Morning. Hope everyone's having a good Sunday. I know I'm having a good Sunday. Look at this. I start off round 3. Well, I got this round 2 into round 3. I got the Thunder Gun. Yeah. Go figure. Alrighty. I think it's pretty obvious. I think it's just let's try and grind out as much points as we can. Pretty based setup so far. No cheats. I don't cheat. Everything I do is legit, so you're going to see me probably die. It's a joke I always have on my channel that I never use mods. I don't cheat. I try not to use things that aren't in the game. Although I really do wish that they were a bit more creative. Honestly, when going back and playing these. Because they'd add new guns to Call of Duty all the time. As a matter of fact, it's kind of strange hearing people say, oh, DLC weapons were kind of a new thing. Well, they've been a thing since Black Ops 1, really. Every single Zombies DLC, they'd add, or even World at War, they'd add new wonder weapons. Technically speaking, yeah, those are new weapons. Those are new items to be used in the sandbox. I mean, so, I don't know. To me, it counts. Because to me, Zombies is its own independent mode. Separate from campaign, separate from multiplayer. And it should be judged upon its own merits. It should not be compared to multiplayer or campaign, simply because I feel like the aesthetic, the mode itself, as well as whatever the mode, whatever the mode's standing for, it's not standing for the same implications that, say, multiplayer or campaign are standing for. See, campaign stands for, the story team, because every COD had a campaign at this point. And so with World at War, campaigns are becoming more and more like, I don't know, the way that Treyarch told their story was excellent. This would expand upon that and would be an excellent game. I'll tell you why we're getting rid of this, because one, I need a gun to build up points, because having the Thunder Gun this early kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie, because I fear losing it. As some people know, my mystery box luck is really high. Only real extreme fans of the channel know that. Those old streams with my buddy Dom, where I'd get the Ray Gun Mark II and the Thunder Gun, get Mule Cake and get the Ray Gun. Shit like that would happen on BO3. But here on BO1, my luck's been mostly mediocre. I've had a couple of lucky tries getting the Wonder Weapon or getting some weapons I really like. But more often than not, the mystery box is very unforgiving. I find in my findings. An unhappy ending. Get it? Because instead of having a happy ending from Asian massage, it's an unhappy.
I shall continue. Oh, sounds like a bee.
Quite the opposite, little Takeo. Quite the opposite. A lot of small monsters are attacking the building. Alrighty. It's round 5. Chances are next round will be dog round, so we want to deal with the stinky binkies. Their name's the stinky binkies. Dog round, as predicted. Let's go. We're going to camp on the ledge, get our max ammo. So we'll be set with our Thunder Gun, and we'll get set on ammo with this. And we're going to go ahead and instead of getting a Pack-a-Punch gun, we're going to hit Mule Kick and try our luck and get a third weapon. Okay. Reload. Grab that. Alright, we don't need to buy ammo. Matter of fact, we're just going to go ahead and Pack-a-Punch the Thunder Gun and become the Zeus Cannon. Because having the Zeus Cannon at like round 7, it's just, I don't know, overpowered. It's desirable. I don't know. Ideally, my late game strat is already playing its hand. So, I'm not certain. I mean, there's a number of ways I can go about this. I think the safest route would be to, for one, pack this gun. Make this gun do more damage than MP40. Simply put, try and kill as many of them with a knife as possible. I'm gangster like that, pal. Oh. Well, I just had an unhappy ending. If I had just mowed him down, we would have been goated. I don't even really wanted the Thunder Gun that early, to be brutally honest. I know I'm about to sound hella snobby. Going from M14 Thunder Gun beginning, I could have went and Pack-a-Punched the M14 and had a really powerful gun to carry me through most of the game, get all my perks, and then slowly phase out Gun 1 and get Gun 2. Now, the mystery box is always going to be up here, so let's hope we get something more better than the Thunder Gun. I mean, what could be better than the Thunder Gun? It literally yeets zombies better than Earn to Die. Remember that game? Flash game? Earn to Die with the cars and run over the zombies? Yeah. That gun yeets zombies better than Earn to Die. So, I don't know. I know it was a joke that's not going to make anyone laugh, but still, it was a worthwhile attempt. So here's the deal, folks. The door is only 700. I know opening it, I'm going to have, 750. So the mystery box is always going to be up here. I noticed this when you're playing solo. Wherever the box is, every time you just respawn, the box is going to be there. I don't know. I've had that luck all night last night, which is so weird. It's so obscure. I don't even know where to begin on how to talk about it. Because I've never experienced that ever in zombies. I'm used to the mystery box being in a whole other area. Or maybe it's just something from being a kid, maybe, perhaps. Some people reported having their game crash when you use the dual CZ75s. I've never encountered that ever in zombies, including back in the day when I had these things packed. So I have no idea what people are talking about. Maybe it's the PC version, maybe not. I don't know. All I know is these guns are fucking based. They have a lot of fucking ammo. And, if you just use these weapons as they're intended, yeah, they're kind of powerful. Now, granted, having nothing but handguns in my inventory kind of sucks. The 1911 is a pretty balanced gun. But, I don't know. I'm going to try my hand at, I'll try my hand at the box one more time just to replace the 1911s. Like, I don't need anything too special. Okay, the HS-10s, this is exactly what I was describing by not anything special. Now, the HS-10 is not a bad shotgun by no means. But mind you, I used to think you could get the dual-wield version out of the mystery box. That was a weird thing as a kid. But you cannot. You can get these things dual-wield only if you pack-a-punch it, I think. I don't know, man. Maybe you can get these things dual-wielded. I don't know. That's what I'm talking about, man. I'm having. Oh, hold on a minute. Sorry, it was my mother checking up on me, saying I was doing. My mom knows that on weekends sometimes that I get held over, and that's true. It's very much so true because I don't tell my mom every little fucking detail like she likes. She'd prefer it if I just told her every fucking thing, and I just don't have the capability or capacity to. Mostly because work's very anal about the cell phone policy. You can't be on your phones basically at work. But that's no longer in order since basically they took away our tours. So let me put this for reference for you guys. I literally spent the entire night on my night shifts because it's the weekend, so nobody's coming in. Only first shift comes in, and second shift leaves early on Sundays, and then there's nobody on third shift. So during my, because there's no one on third shifts, and since second shift leaves really early, essentially second shift has 4 hours of complete and total peace. 4 hours of dealing with workers, and then 4 hours of basically peace. And only part-timers work on the weekends because they get off at a certain time. 4 hours off, so they work a partial 4-hour shift on the weekends. So some full-timers will pick up some OT, some overtime, and mostly part-timers making up their hours. So, I mean, it is what it is. There's not a lot of part-timers throughout the week since they only work maybe 4 days each of them, and they alternate or whatever. I don't know how the scheduling's done for the part-timers since they don't even work for the same company I do. They just work on the site. Now, the thing is, basically, my company thought it would be fucking genius to take away, not my company, the site that we work at, the fuckers in charge, thought it would be a smart idea to essentially remove the supervisor because they could not afford to pay the supervisor wage. So we have no supervisors anymore. Which means there's nobody to constantly be up our ass to check up on us and see what we're doing and see if we're doing what we're supposed to. Since nobody really wants to be the supervisor, because there's no point to being a supervisor because you're not being paid the extra $2.40 an hour. But still, the fact is you're really just faced with just dealing with virtually no one in the building, and so it's just boredom. So I took it upon myself to bring in my PlayStation 3, and I was playing Nazi Zombies for a while.
He's a hair beast, wants to be destroyed.
And during my playthrough, I was using the stakeout on one of them. Really good playthrough. Damn, I died to Hellhounds. Well, I guess I had some really sucky guns. Hopefully next game the box gives me monkeys. Because monkeys are OP. We take those. So I know that the box is basically going to be up there. Watch it. We'll be there again. Like, it's never going to change. So for this strat, we're just going to essentially ignore wall weapons, focus on box weapons. Because even the suckiest wall box weapons are going to be, I don't know, 5 times better than wall weapons. Unless, of course, it's the China Lake. Early game crossbow kind of sucks, mostly because it's better pack-a-punched. I mean, since that door basically is 750, and since we have 1,000 points, it's a 200 point difference. No. Bro, first it was okay. So let me emphasize this. First, it was the thunder gun. Now it's the ray gun. Told you, man. Today's a good Sunday, bro. I want to open up about something, guys. Because, right, well, I don't know. I'm going to a party tonight. I'm going with some people. Most likely, I'm probably going to get laid again. So, I mean, it is what it is. Just what happens at these kinds of parties. And you know what, man? To some credit, there are a lot of girls that do find me attractive. It's just they're hard to find outside of this, party-esque settings. It's just hard to find girls with real interests in me, apart from just wanting to have fun. I mean, I'm glad I'm 6'2". Like, that makes it really easy to get a girl interested, I find. Oh, man, dude, look at this nonsense. First it was the ray gun. Last round was dual CZ75, which granted are not a bad weapon by no means. Pack-a-punched. Now, see, this gun would be really good on Call of the Dead, where PhD Flopper is one door away from spawn. And mind you, if they wanted, they could have even put the mystery box right there next to PhD Flopper with that one door. And you can hit both basically at the same time. Just go turn on power and buy PhD Flopper and just spam the ray gun and earn up all your points, and then pack-a-punch the ray gun, and you're going to have a pretty based weapon set up for a while. Not even going to lie. Just zombies in and of itself. Okay, now off stream last night on the work monitor, playing at the highest resolution setting I could. I'm just playing. Which, by the way, was just some minor tweaking to the brightness. And, whatever. But playing it on my work monitor, granted. By the way, my work monitor, there was something about it. It had no fucking speaker. So, because there's no output for the sound, basically... No! The ray gun killed me! No! Well, since there was no sound, I couldn't hear what was happening around me. So I couldn't hear what power-ups I got, so I just had to improvise. I couldn't hear the zombies. I couldn't hear fetch me their souls. So I couldn't really throw myself into certain preparation. Which, granted, playing the other maps, yeah, sound really makes a huge difference, especially in Call of the Dead. I had to get used to tracking where I believe George was. But since I played so much of it, I actually got really good at it, to be honest with you guys. I swear to God. Next gun out of that fucking box better be a commando. But I'm going to go ahead and defend the stakeout. I don't think it's a bad shotgun. A lot of people shit on the stakeout. They're like, well, it's really overpriced.
I will use my
Commando. Honestly? There's the people don't know about ballistic knives, pals. They're over fucking powered early game. Okay, they do basically they're better than ballistic, or they're better than the Bowie knife. Simply for the fact that they do virtually the same damage. They can shoot. Not only that, but they have a very fast melee, and you get an insane boost to your movement speed. It's one of the highest mobility weapons in zombies. Because of that, it allows you to really get in there and do what you gotta do. Now the only difference is, I'll say the Bowie knife has a little bit more reach, so you have a little bit more of a safety net there. But you can pick up your rounds if you decide to use it ballistically. I mean, we're already basically on an insta-kill. I want to be knifing dogs. I'm really going to force myself to stay here till like round 10 and then really start to spend my points. Just JK, we're not going to make it to round 10. Nah.
Is this how it ends?
I said we're going to make it to round 10. We're going to do all this BS. Nah, not happening. Five, 7, 8, 3. I like that number combo. 5, 7, 8, 3. I don't know. I like that number combo. Like, I'm telling you guys, when I make a video game, that's going to be a code to like a locker or something. I don't know. Let's play on a different map. Nah, let's just keep trying. It's still early, but then again, I've been playing all night, so it's just like going from that ratio to this one on my big ass TV. Fuck it. Just...
No, I kill you. Focus.
Like, it's always going to be there, which is just crazy. So long as I don't restart the game, like if I don't go here and restart, it'll just keep spawning there. Like, I swear. So knowing this knowledge, if you get a good... Bro, what is up with this luck today, bro? Is it just like... Is it just because it's like a Sunday?
Looking for more ammunition. I will use my bare hands. This cannot be.
He did not dolphin dive like I fucking wanted him to.
Well, I've always liked the monster within it. I like the zombies being us. It's like zombies are the blue-collar monsters.
Now, in my opinion... Oh, okay. Mr. Box is going to be with power. See, no scoping and everything else like that became a huge thing with Modern Warfare 2. So World at War happened in that magic period of Call of Duty. See, COD 4 was also another magic Call of Duty game. YouTube and streaming and all the stuff really wasn't that popular at the time. Yeah, there might have been a couple of really like dog shit fucking videos about it, but really it wasn't anything near the levels of MW2. Now, because of MW2, Call of Duty Black Ops 1 rides off the success of MW2 since it happens basically. It came out like a year later. So because of MW2's success, people really enjoy this formula. And after World at War, people are like, well, Treyarch makes a great game. And so, So new Call of Duty basically each year. And so, in my opinion, I really wish that Black Ops 1 had more DLC. Like, as crazy as it sounds, I really wish that it had more DLC. Like, I mean, in general, I wish there was more content. Like, I really wish that they released with an extra map pack for DLC reasons. Why was round 1 only 1,000 points? Oh, because I bought the... Don't laugh at me. Stinky. Oh, he's chopping. Damn, that long range attack.
Looks like we're getting a break in the weather.
I like Sarah Michelle Gellar as Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And now she's obviously, in Call of Duty. That was, at the time, it was magical. Now, I mean, SMG, Sarah Michelle Gellar, isn't really as popular. Now, the nice part about going this direction is you get the access to the MPL, which used to not be my favorite gun in Call of Duty. It used to be like, this gun sounds kind of average, but honestly, low recoil, decent accuracy, and for the most part, it's got a decent ammo count. It's good for earning a bunch of points. It's a good weapon to rely on when you have to. Overall, good gun.
Juice me, baby.
Now, yes, this little boat area is very claustrophobic. I wish there was a little bit more wiggle room. Brody. Now we're going to test our theory. Is a mystery box on a spawn with power? I bet you cold hard cash it will. See, round 3 we got 3,700. So I think after each round, essentially you make 1,000 points a round for the first 3 or 4 rounds. So I think at round 4 I had 5,320 total points earned. Yeah, it does that. So yeah, no, that's something to consider if you want to keep restarting until you get good RNG. Get the character you want and the box spawn you want. Yeah, yeah. No, this game still plays as good as I remember it as a kid. Um, it's so crazy because and I talked about zombie games. Really, this is the only zombie game I've really known. Which is crazy because it's not even really about like what normal zombie games are about. Normal zombie games are about surviving the zombie apocalypse or some outbreak or whatever. And this is more like, how do I explain this? This is more like a round-based fantasy, arcadey style shoot 'em up. It takes the components of Call of Duty and implements them in a zombie mode. Granted, there is a limited amount of horror presented with this zombie mode, but it's not scary. Like, I mean, yes, as a kid, hell yeah, this was terrifying. And this big ass dude coming at me with this like this cinema
Don't you
light.
ever watch TV?
That's what that is, though, right? It's a light post thing.
Time for a quick one-liner. Too late. Looks like we're getting a break in the weather.
I mean, round-based survival horde modes in video games hadn't been a thing yet. I want to say, yeah. I mean, Gears of War, I guess, would get like a horde mode or whatever, but like games like this didn't really have them. This popularized horde modes. Now, I remember some magic when bo2 came out. And I never held bo2 quite to the same regards I did bo1. I always liked the look of bo2 when it first dropped. It was so magical.
No bullets, no chance.
I don't know.
Are you sorry now? Eat it, Stinky.
I just want to talk motivation.
Hey, kiddo. Sound is not a good thing, is it?
Double points.
Double points, double joy.
We believe you are good.
Knock it out there, buddy. Ew! Gross! Lucky we're baby tonight. Ooh, fog's getting worse again.
Good to see.
One theory, though, is that I need to put to the test. Or rather, one theory I do need to put to the test is, will the Pack-a-Punch spawn be the same? If the power is not turned on.
Zombies aren't really my thing.
Or no, I said the wrong thing. I wonder if the Pack-a-Punch will spawn
Is it over?
in the same area just as the mystery box spawns in the same area after each round.
Double points. Who's keeping score? Sit down, shut up, and eat your supper.
And then the power-ups also, I've noticed, keep dropping on similar rounds. And they usually mostly are the same thing.
Let's puree some zombies.
Galil and CZ75 is an excellent multiplayer setup. Not even going to bullshit you guys. I like the CZ75 and the Jericho. What do you call it? It's the 9 something. It's a 9mm Jericho, but it's.
You won't hold them for long.
I bet you it's going to spawn and spawn. If it spawns on spawn, we're set. I think we'll find out until next round.
Oh, suckers.
It's not going to spawn in yet. Hold on. Give me a second. The Jericho 941. It's like a CZ75 as well. But those two guns, in my opinion, are really fucking nice. Oh, here we go. It's spawning. It's spawning. Come on. Come on. Come on. Spawn. Give it. Come on. Make it and spawn. Make it spawn and spawn. No, you're gonna. Damn you. Ugh. Now the Galil is also an excellent weapon. IWI also makes this, but now granted, this is my preference of Galil. Um, as much as I love the Galil Ace, I still think this is a better looking Galil. But I'm a man of tradition, and as such, I also really enjoy the look of the Israeli furniture on the Galil as well. So either set of furniture looks really good.
Fireworks on the 4th of July. What is it? This can't be fun for you. Looks like we're getting a break in the weather. Very sour. This water is freezing. I actually paid money to taste that? Juice me, baby.
I think we outpaced the fuck out of George. So as my knowledge remains mostly the same, do you never buy that?
Are you sorry now? How much else do you need to get?
Jay loves YouTube says hi. What's going on, man? What's going on, Jay? Alright, now this gun's starting to suck donkey ass, so we're gonna hit the box in hopes to get a better gun.
I feel like a bird. Really use a breath mint. It's fun for you. Maybe now we can see a way out.
Now it wants to put it in spawn. Damn, bro. If I had just made it out of there, I could have pack-a-punched my Galil and had a really based weapon. Good attempt, round 9. Not bad. Granted, you got, like, I was trying to get my way to Jug just to sort of grab a security perk and then grab PhD Flopper. Because ultimately, that's the best perk setup to run for this map. And, because, Stamina Up's the best. It is just one of the best utility perks in the game. Because, I'm going to be frank with you guys. The reason why Stamina Up is such a good perk, quite literally, is because you literally get the ability to move faster. With, like, guns like the CZ75, as you guys could see, my time to sprint was basically instant. With all handguns have really high mobility. So with Stamina Up, you get the maximum movement speed. Now, something like the ballistic knives, you're chopping. You're literally Tom Brady with that perk. Levels of being able to, being able to dodge zombies and being able to make really tight plays. You know what I mean? It's because, remember, it's not about being a running back. It's about being a quarterback. It's not about running the ball. It's about how well you're able to, stay in the pocket, how well you're able to work with it. Stamina makes that a lot easier, makes it a lot swifter. Now, granted, yes, for the long run, yes, if you wanted to be, running back, yeah, it makes it a lot easier to run out, far away from the zombies. Yeah. But the thing is, it's not just about escaping the zombies. It's just about trying to zip past them quick enough. And on maps like Keynote or Toten, on maps where it's like really claustrophobic, stamina up would be one of the most powerful perks in that map, in my opinion. Where would be a good place to put it, you might ask? Well, where would you put stamina up, wise guy? Well, I'll tell you where I put stamina. I put it in the same room as the stage, before you turn on the power. What do you call it? I'd have it on the stage. Now, yes, that means that Juggernog and that perk are basically in the same room. Okay, well, put it this way. On the map 5, okay, they put Mule Kick in the same room as Double Tap, so it wouldn't be the first time that they'd do it. Now, I'd even go as far as to say, well, they could just add Deadshot Daiquiri to zombies. They could put it where the third meteorite is, in that little room before the alley, the maintenance room, I guess you'd call it in Kino. The room where, it's not the harem, it's not the costume room, and it's definitely not the starting room, but the last meteorite next to the alley by the gate to get in there. Essentially. So, I don't know what they call the room exactly, but that room, I would put PhD Flopper in that room. Or I'd put PhD Flopper at the back end of the alley and then put Deadshot Daiquiri up there. Or you could put PhD Flopper in the second starting room, because think about it. Well, I don't think a perk should be in the next room from the starting room. Well, Mule Kick gets put into the next room from the starting room. So really, in a lot of ways, well, I think that's it. I truly think, yeah, those were the only 3 new perks to zombies. So they could have had those perks in Kino, and they could have put them in the laboratories at 5. They could have put more perks down there, or another perk in the starting room. Whatever. 5 is a really wonky ass map, but I feel like those 2 maps, 5 and especially 5 would stamina up be super super powerful. But then again, especially for those late game strats in 5, but Kino would benefit a lot from, I think, stamina. Mostly, especially around the stage training. It would make training, it would basically make you be able to essentially keep up with everything a lot easier. Now, I don't think that they would have to add them to these maps necessarily. Nocturne, Toten, Varrock, Shinonuma. The only thing I have for Nocturne Toten is I wish that they would put Quick Revive in the helps room and put Speed Cola and Juggernog on the upstairs floor area, because those perks would be really powerful. Quick Revive is a powerful perk. They could also put Double Tap in the starting room as well. I feel like Double Tap Root Beer would be kind of a fun thing to run. Double Tap kind of sucks in bo1, but is what it is. But I think that's going to conclude today's episode. 5 is a criminally underrated map, but it's just really hard. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below on Black Ops 1 Zombies. I truly think the stakeout should have been a stronger shotgun. I think it should have received an extra 7% more damage. And when Pack-a Punch, it should have received an extra 30% more damage, just to justify that overpriced cost. Because, the damage and one-shot potential, you can get pretty high with the, with the one-shot potential with the, with the stakeout, or, with its Pack-a-Punch version, the raid. But yeah. Which is a funny play on words, right? Because the stakeouts in police terminology is when you're watching people go in and out of a building or whatever. And a raid is like when you raid the building. So when you pack a punch the stick out, it becomes the raid. So that was kind of cool. I wish it had the same effect the Spaz 12 had, where when you load it, it loads all shots at once. But you get a really fat magazine, 10 rounds. But since you have to load them basically one at a time, I think actually what it does is it has a really nerfed version of what the Spaz 12 does. And instead of loading in one shot at a time, you load in two, which is nice because that means you only have to load in 5 shots and you basically get 10 shots, which is pretty powerful, considering the damage. But if it was just one shot loading up 10 rounds, or even better, 12, I think it would have been much, much better. Also, if it increased its fire rate by a little bit more, maybe 10%, with what do you call it? With or when I pack a punch, I think it does increase the fire rate a little bit. With double tap, it's kind of nice because you can almost kind of sort of spam it a little bit without it being too overpowered. Still not nearly as good as the Spaz 12 when it's pack a punch into the Spaz 24. But yeah, I'm gonna get off now and go play other games. So yeah.